In today's video, I am concentrating on textures and detail. No big scenes, no sunrises, no sunsets, just the small stuff. I hope you'll enjoy the video. If you do, and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Hi everyone, thanks for joining me. I'm on Cabezon del Oro mountain. Beautiful views, nice big mountain, and I'm not planning on photographing that at all. I really feel in the mood today to photograph small stuff, to get in and look at the textures and the details. But I still felt that this was a good location to do it because of the trees, because of the rocks. I'm hoping it's going to throw up lots of opportunities. And I've come up here in the afternoon because focusing on details like that, I'm not so dependent on, the positioning of the light. I think I've got something here. Two tree trunks, pine trees, beautiful textures in them. This one completely in shadow. That one's got light on it, sort of dappled light. So I'm thinking if I shoot that vertical with the shadowed one in the foreground and some shadows coming in from the right hand side as well, just revealing the textures in the one that's got the light on, probably high contrast. Make sure that I'm focusing on the tree with all of the textures on. I did a video a little while ago about shooting straight down and straight up, and one of the images I shot in that was looking straight down on a tree stump. There's another one here. It's very different to the one I shot before, but it's got some really nice patterns in it. You've got a combination of kind of cracks running through it and also presumably marks from where it's been cut. Now I can't shoot straight down on it because whichever angle I try to get at, I'm going to end up with the camera shadow on it, but I can get close to it. It's a bit tricky to see what I'm doing. What I want to try to do is get a nice pleasing pattern of those lines. Doing these kind of images, you kind of have to go slow. You don't want to be doing this if you've got a big long hike and you want to be making lots of progress. This is about walking slowly, continually looking around, stopping often and just looking at the scene around you. Maybe even backtracking if you spot something in the distance that you walked past that you now see from a different angle. I actually really enjoy this kind of photography. In some ways I get as much enjoyment out of finding these little hidden things that other people might just walk past and not see, and certainly not think about photographing. I get as much enjoyment out of that quite often as I do about photographing a big beautiful scene with fantastic light and glorious skies and that kind of thing. And of course the great thing is you can do it anywhere. I've chosen to come up to the mountain because we've got trees and we've got rocks, and I kind of associate the details and textures with those things, but you could do it anywhere. Local park, in town, bit of waste ground, in a car park. I'm sure there's something that you can find. And for me, photography is not just about big locations, it's about finding those hidden things. maybe just finding those things that other people just walk past. Anyway, I'm going to carry on walking a bit. Something as simple as a single or maybe a couple of bits of wild grass growing up, getting some light on them, could look quite nice. So I'm going to have a little go at that. Earlier, this is a style of photography where you need to go slow and take your time, and just to put it into context, I've been up on the mountain now for nearly 2.5 hours, and the distance that I've travelled in that time would normally take me 20 minutes if I came up here and just did a normal walk to get further up the mountain to some of the big scenic views that I like. So I've been going really slow, stopping, looking at lots of things. Of course, not everything that I stop and look at makes for an image, and it's quite possible that not everything I've made an image of will work either, but I'm stopping off here. There's some little plants here that are catching the light on like sort of tufted tops quite nicely. Spotted some wildflowers, and there was a couple of bees and a butterfly going around them, so I didn't really have time to do anything other than grab the camera and just try and get some shots. I don't know if they've worked, but if they have, I'll show them to you now. Just seen through there, there's kind of a young tree, a sapling growing in there, and it's quite delicate, and the foliage is kind of catching the light. Even though the sun's still pretty high, it's catching the light nicely. And I'm thinking again, you know, a detailed shot zoomed right in, well, zoomed a fair way in anyway, concentrating on the shape and all the textures of the leaves and that coming in around it. I'm not sure, there's other stuff coming in from the sides, but I'm thinking it might blend in. I've just realised what the time is, and I need to be getting myself back to the car and getting home, otherwise I'm probably going to be in trouble. I've really enjoyed myself this afternoon. There's something about this style of photography, going slow, looking at all the little details and just trying to work out which ones are going to make an image. I don't know, it kind of provides a very different kind of connection to the scene compared to some of the other stuff that I do. And, you know, maybe I should do some of this stuff a bit more often because I do enjoy it. And hopefully you've enjoyed it as well. If you have, Well, like, shares and comments, really appreciated. If you've enjoyed this video and you're new here, don't forget to hit subscribe before you go. Don't forget to check out my recommended viewing at the end. There's always one from me, and I normally recommend either somebody else's video or somebody else's channel for you to have a look at as well. And as always, I really appreciate you taking the time to watch, so thank you very much. And until the next video, bye.